Today, we're digging into an experiment that went so far, it pushed the absolute boundaries of psychology, ethics, and even what we thought we knew about human nature. An experiment that had to be stopped cold because the results were just too real and, frankly, way too terrifying.
You know, it all kicked off with such a simple idea. Just a straightforward academic question, a controlled setting, a clear set of rules. What could possibly go wrong?
And they really went all out on the setting. I mean, this wasn't just some room. They built a mock prison right in the basement of a university building. It was designed to feel totally real, completely cut off from the outside world.
And the participants, just like it says, they were ordinary people. Healthy, young college students mostly, who just volunteered for a summer study. Nothing special about them at all.
And this is the part you really have to remember. They were all psychologically screened. They were deemed perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. There was zero reason to think anything like what was about to happen would happen.
So let's get into it. How on earth did such an ordinary start lead to something so disturbing? Well, it all started with one single fundamental question.
This was it. This was the whole reason for the now infamous 1971 Stanford prison experiment. A psychologist named Philip Zimbardo and his team, they wanted to know, are we the way we are because of who we are deep down, or is it the situation we're in that dictates how we act? And the setup was pretty simple. They got the volunteers. A coin flip, literally a coin flip, decided if you were a prisoner, with your identity stripped away, or a guard, handed a uniform and basically unquestioned authority. And the whole environment was built to be as immersive as you can get.
Wait a second. If you enjoy this type of stories and want to see more, don't forget to like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell for more content. Enjoy.
For the first day, things were, well, they were kind of awkward. You could tell everyone was just playing a role. But it did not take long for that to start falling apart.
So the plan on paper was simple observation. But the reality? Oh, it was something else. You started to hear these little shifts, a command given with a harder edge, and it was the first sign that these weren't just roles anymore.
And this right here is the key. The people in the experiment felt it happening. It wasn't a game anymore. The air in that basement changed. That power dynamic became real, and that fake prison started to feel very, very real.
Okay, so this is where that simulation really starts to bleed into everyday reality. The line between who these guys were and the part they were playing, it just started to completely dissolve.
Now, what's so fascinating here is why the guards got aggressive. The researchers never told them to be cruel. Nope, they just made it up. They improvised their own ways to control and humiliate the prisoners. The power itself was enough.
And the prisoners, well, some of them fought back, staged little rebellions. But others, they just became totally passive, obedient. Some were just emotionally broken. The main thing is, for almost all of them, the psychological reality of being a prisoner took over. They weren't students in an experiment anymore.
Any experiment is supposed to have a stop button, right? Controls. But this thing spun out of control so fast that the breaking point came way sooner than anybody could have imagined.
It was supposed to run for 2 full weeks. 2 weeks! They had to shut it all down after only 6 days. The emotional distress, the sadistic stuff the guards were doing, it just got to be too much. It wasn't ethical to let it go on for 1 more minute.
And this brings us to one of the biggest questions of the whole thing. Why didn't the prisoners just walk out? I mean, they were volunteers. They could have left anytime, but psychologically they were trapped. They got so deep into their roles that they actually believed they had to apply for parole to get out. The system had become their reality.
And this is maybe the most chilling part of it all. The guards were completely aware it was a simulation. They went home to their families at night. But when they came back and put that uniform on, it's like a switch flipped. They became different people.
So, the experiment ended, but the questions it raised, oh, they are still with us today, echoing in pretty much every discussion we have about power, authority, and just basic human nature.
I mean, we know the events, we've seen the footage, we've read the reports, but the what is so much less important than the why. Why did good people, when you put them in a bad place, start doing bad things?
So this is what we're left with. Was it the people themselves? Did the experiment just uncover a darkness that was already there? Or was it the power of the situation? The uniforms, the rules, the prison itself? Did it strip them of who they were and just transform them? The results really seem to suggest it's the situation, and that's a pretty unsettling thought about all of us.
The experiment suggests that maybe this capacity for cruelty or for submission, it's not some rare thing. It's more like a switch inside all of us, just waiting for the right situation to flip it.
If you watched till the end, I hope you enjoyed the content. See you in the next video.